straighten that hook. Sorry, it was quiet. There was people coming through. Straighten my hook. He appears to be a dang good one. Okay, all right. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today is the first day of flounder season that I am actually going through and using a rod and reel. It's kind of weird. I've been gigging a few times as of lately, just to try to get them a little bit more efficiently. You can say what you want about it, but you know, just to kind of mix things up. We only get 2 weeks here in North Carolina for, you know, maybe a few of my viewers, they may know. Thought I had anchored myself. I guess I didn't. So today, what we're gonna do, we got a little bit of a late start. It's about probably 10 o'clock in the morning almost. But we're gonna see what we can do today. Today, I got my wife's rod and reel. It is a 13 fishing medium heavy extra, okay? So extra fast tip. So it's got a lot of flex in the tip for that sensitivity, but still a lot of backbone to hook into one of these flounders' mouths. Then we got a nice 13 fishing Origin TX. So this combo, I think we got it for like 100, 150 bucks. That was a little bit ago. The actual reel here has a little bit of flex to it, a little bit of give, but we got it on like, I think it's 20 pound or 25 pound braid, and then a 20 pound fluoro leader with a nice 1/4 ounce to 3/8 ounce jig head, one of those two. Kind of, you know, dictate it based on how much current you're really having. Today, what we're gonna be doing is using some of these bigger baits. If you're like me as a fisherman, I feel like when it comes to Christmas time, they always get us some like really weird, strange lures by strange companies. So this was just a special that my father-in-law got for me. Wanted to use it up. It also has a decent looking fluke. However, that fluke is very, very flimsy. Literally just, I made one cast before this and I think I got bit by a flounder, but it got torn up. So put some ProCure in there because these usually have like 0 scent, but just like that, we're gonna be bouncing that on the bottom, seeing what we can get up in this creek. Flounder season for us is 1 per person, so we'll see. Might do some shrimping later on if we get our flounder pretty early, but let's check and see. Let's see what we can catch today. Hopefully we get a flounder, maybe some redfish. I doubt a trout, but I guess there's possibilities. We are closer to the inlet. It is getting cooler. We do have a decent amount of bait, but let's get going. Let's get fishing. So that's what I've been doing lately. It's just been watching a lot of those videos. I've never really been a huge flounder fisherman. Mainly because, well, in North Carolina, when I got here, they pretty much started the rules and the season for flounder when I almost got here. So there wasn't much time to fish for them before where I could, you know, catch them and keep them throughout the year. So for the most part, it was just a small season. So we're gonna get up in this creek. There's some deep holes. I know there's some sand flats. I've caught them here in the past, but we'll see. We shall see. Getting close to that cover, get close to that bank. What I noticed from gigging is these guys really stack up. So if you get bit by one, probably not a bad idea to really methodically, I don't know how to struggle, methodically go through and really cast around and see. You are out here going for flounder. Maybe it's just because I'm not great at it. Maybe if I was better at it. That's something. Oh, it's a baby gag. This is what I was talking about earlier. Got ourselves a little baby gag. Little baby gag. Gag grouper. I was fully aware that they probably would get some of those guys up in here, as there's a lot of structure on the bank, so they can sit right up on that bank pretty much, and just feed in these little windows and little cracks, just almost like a structure offshore. Feed in those little cracks just like that. Wait for unsuspected bait fish to come through. Unfortunately, not our target for today. Beautiful fish though, love them. I think they're really cool. I want to catch a bigger one. I know I won't do it in here, but in here, the biggest one you're probably going to get is really like maybe 10 inches, maybe. Most of them are that 6 to 8 inch range, and then they start, I feel like, going near shore, then slightly offshore. Leave in the comment section below, actually, what do you guys like to catch your flounder in? High tide or lower tide? High or low? What is your guys' favorite? Comment that down below. I'd love to hear it. You like to pursue them in the lower tide when maybe there's not so much water, or do you like to pursue it in the higher tide where you can get them kind of right up against that grass? So I do happen to know that right here out directly in front of us is a nice flat. So that flat should theoretically have had, you know, flounder been able to go up into this stuff and kind of feed. And now it should be more or less just slightly less, slightly too little, too skinny probably to. Little red. I can't get away from redfish. I just can't get away from them, I guess. This guy's a little guy. Ate that little bait. I love redfish. They're my favorite, one of my favorites. Just beautiful fish. Overall healthy little guy. He'll be eating topwaters in a year or two. You might actually get him. I've caught him this size too. Let's get this guy back. Not the anticipated fish, but a nice, pleasurable bycatch. I won't hate on catching a redfish. I also like the idea of being able to check my knots, as I did just tie this on. Last time I fished with this rod was when I was up in New York, so I wanted to make sure that my knots were good, so if I did catch a big flounder or something, my knots don't just go kaput, you know? Especially my line to line, I always just get kind of nervous about those, as they can sometimes fail on you. This just has a streamlined fork tail, so very narrow. So I feel like it's crucial to be able to feel your bait too. I mean, I'm no professional, but I always like to be able to maintain that contact with the bait, or you're gonna lose bites. And I'm all about not losing the bites. But I love the fact that this gets stiff enough to where you probably have kind of seen it in the load up, where it still has that decent stiffness to it, to where that backbone, so theoretically it helps with, you know, getting it in some of that harder bone of the fish or whatever, especially on the flounder. Man, flounder can have really hard jaws, and it can be really tough to sometimes get it. notorious, flounder notorious for it. So I just have to make sure to give myself that second, and trying to do better. Give myself that second to let the flounder eat. Alright, that felt good. That felt good. Hopefully you guys can see. I think that's going to be a flounder. Oh, it is, but he's not going to be big enough. First flounder of the day, though. That's nice. Yeah, there's no way. See how he just came out there? He swallowed that thing. Beautiful little guy. Probably like 10 to like 12 inches, probably. Get him back. But that's good. We did feel that. That was a good thump. I did feel that. I was a little worried because he was out there a ways. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to maintain that contact. But we did. We did manage to. Good thing that braid helped. Zero flex on the braid. Let's try to get back in that same section. Now that I got this bait going, like I got this 1/4 ounce and it's barely. I don't know what that is. Probably another freaking lizard fish because it's not a flounder. A little red. That's what should have been around here. That's what should have been around here. I mean, come on. Should have been around here. It's the second red of today. Beautiful little guy. Glad to see him. Like to see the size. Means that we're going to have some in the future. Some beautiful looking reds. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. Yeah, looks like you are. Beautiful blue tail. He ate it pretty good. I thought he was like the lizard fish though. There you go, bud. I mean, this moving water's having stuff want to feed now, but I just get worried about where the flounder. I wonder where the flounder would be able to set up, really. It's like a conveyor belt of food whenever you keep it for the fish here. It's just bringing food to them right now, but I don't really see much for the eddies. Because that's still not, I mean, it's starting to get there, but I've always known flounder to want some sort of eddy so that way they can not use their energy and whatnot.
ladies and gentlemen. I hope I got that on video. I think I may have. I'm not sure, but he straightened that hook. Sorry, it was quiet. There was people coming through. Straightened my hook. He appears to be a dang good one. Good fatty. Okay, bud. Let's see. Hopefully you guys got to see that. I'm hoping I was recording. I'm not 100% sure if I was recording. Man, it's been a grind. I was getting in my head quite a bit. It's been such a grind, I'm telling you. He inhaled it though. Like, that's what I don't understand, is that guy like seriously inhaled it. Like, I could barely see the end of the jig head in his mouth.
You want to hold her?
I want to hold her? You want me to hold her for it?
You don't have to. Good night.
All right. Well, first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, if you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. If you just skip forward, also still thank you so much for watching the video. To check out this portion of it, obviously this portion, you know, it's no surprise from watching the video that the fish species in topic really is flounder. So the reason why I kind of want to bring this up is obviously for us in North Carolina. We had we've been having some really shortened seasons, and it's kind of led me to do and to think a little bit more on the subject here. With those shortened seasons, it's made me look to other states, and you know, just today I actually saw a post from someone on Instagram, and I'm sure you know, I'm not the only one that's seeing posts talking about flounder and how states wide, not just our state, not just North Carolina, not just, you know, Florida, not just South Carolina, but like states in general are on the decline for flounder populations. And I don't care who you are, what kind of fisherman you are, you know, if you are fishing and you notice this, I mean, I hope you're noticing, because I'm noticing. But needless to say, what I'm getting at here is the data is really showing that they're going. And what I'm talking about is Florida has done research and their studies from their FWC website. Florida has done their peak landings in 1982 at 3,600,000 pounds worth of flounder, declining to right around 930,000 in 2018. So that is a massive decline over the year. South Carolina has gone through, and their DNR South Carolina website has said that they are pursuing stocking programs to solve the issue. And Texas, many of you may or may not be aware of, has been stocking flounder for a number of years, but still feels that they are on the very early end of this stocking program, very early stages for it. So what I'm getting at with this whole video is largely just that I believe, due to the fact and the way that flounder reproduce and the way that they actually grow and mature, it is such a process that is causing issues for genuine flounder growth in most states where overharvest is becoming an issue. I believe that the future of flounder is really stocking. I don't think it's a debate. I don't think it's I think it's rather a requirement to keep flounder on our plates as, you know, just people that love to go out there and fish, as people that are eating it, you know, in general, just at the restaurants and whatnot. I firmly believe that the only way we see flounder going forward in the next 100, 200 years is really by us starting right now with just continuing with some stocking programs, with getting stocking programs and getting everyone on the same page with it. So I know this was just a little bit of rambling with a little bit of data that was thrown in, but I really believe this is the start of what we need to be talking about. We need to be having these conversations statewide and trying to get the states together on this, so that way we actually have flounder for the future and for future fisheries. But
If you enjoy this video, please smash it a thumbs up, as it is always, it is always helpful for the small channel there. We have started growing a little bit. I know it's not crazy growth, but it is much appreciated. So smash that thumbs up button, as well as don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. Hit that bell notification to let you know when I'm dropping videos. I'm trying to drop some more videos. And if you haven't seen this video right here, please check it out, as well as the video right below it. And as always, fish now, worry later. We're out, Nova.